All right. We sold the house. You guys have been here since the beginning. You saw how everything happened from the beginning all the way to now, and we were able to sold it. We sold it 2 days ago. I think it was June 23rd to this June 25th. Right now I got my iPad with me. I'm just gonna go ahead and run you guys some numbers so you can see how much I was able to net at the end of everything, after all the costs and everything like that. I'll run you through all the numbers. I'm screen recording this right now so you can see everything you need to see on your end. So first of all, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of explain how I got the deal. So this deal, actually, the crazy part about this deal I get it from the wholesale actually, and initially they were asking for 187, which was too high for me. I was like, that number didn't make sense at all for me to buy. But it was something that I was just really interested to. It was something that I felt like I wanted to buy this house, but the number just really didn't make any sense for me initially when I first saw it. Then after like 2-3 weeks, I came back on this deal. I ran the numbers again. I was like, yeah, this is something like the numbers just don't make any sense. So I scheduled a walkthrough with the wholesale. I was like, hey, let me go see the house first. I went to look at it. I saw the house. The wholesaler sent me the comps. The comps really made sense based on what they sent to me, and I was like, yeah, the comps looks pretty good. The numbers look pretty good based on the comps. I mean, the ARV is pretty good, it's pretty high, but the numbers they were asking 187 was too high for me to pay for it, because it didn't make sense for me. I wouldn't make any profit. So I was like, okay, let me just, I came back home and ran the numbers again. I was like, yeah, that deal made sense for me to purchase at 155. Mind you, they were asking 187. So I offered them it made sense for me at 150. So I offered them 150. They're like, yeah, that we can't really take that. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So I passed on the deal. The following week I came back. I was like, yeah, this deal, man, I just want to get this house. So I offer 155 to the wholesaler. The wholesaler was like, yeah, but that's kind of still too low. They talked to homeowner, it didn't make sense. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, 155 it is. If you can take it, that's too much. That's just the highest I can do. And then I think a week and a half passed by. I came back again to the deal. I was like, this deal is just something, it's just something. The wholesaler like, yeah, let's do 165, because I came back to the wholesaler. The wholesaler was like, okay, let's do 165. 164 was kind of too high for me. I still couldn't do it. It was just too much. I was like, nah, 165 I can't really do it. It's just too much for me. So another week went by, yeah, because it took me at least a month to really be able to purchase this deal. So I passed on it again. The week went by. I came back again and I ran the numbers. I was like, let me run the numbers on this house. If I don't have to fix it up, just buy it, maybe just do a quick touch up and then put on the market. What would the numbers look like? I ran the numbers and I was like, and the number really made sense a little bit. At 165, 155 again. The number made sense at 155. I offered it. I was like, hey, let's do 155. And they're like, no, 155 is too low, because the homeowner also was pretty tight on this one too. So after back and forth, a lot of negotiation, we ended up agreeing on 160. For me, the numbers made sense, and my goal initially was for me to make 20 grand from this deal. Based on those numbers I ran, I was like, okay, 20 grand. I'll be in here for 2 months and I'll just be out of it. 2 months, I make 20 grand. I'll be happy with that. Cool. So we end up agreeing 165, then 160. The number made sense for me to purchase at that price and made 20 grand. So we agree on it. I think that was in April. Yeah, so we agree on it. The issue came, the seller wanted to use that money. The seller was buying another house outside the state. The issue came, we had to wait for the seller to really move out from the house, right? So I couldn't really close on the house like in 3 weeks. We had to wait for a whole month to close on it, which was another problem. I was like, okay, it is what it is, right? So we wait for the whole month. I went there, do the inspection. At kind of the end, I had to do my final walkthrough. I told them, hey, I know the seller will be moving out of the house, so I want 5 to 3 days before the closing date, I want to stop by again, just do my final walkthrough, make sure the house is the way that I saw, because the seller will be moving out. I don't want them to move out, moving their furniture and just, hit the wall and just there's a bigger hole on the wall, and then now I have to come out of my pocket more than what I initially thought, right? The good thing too with this house also, the seller also had a paint. He bought paint before to paint outside, because that's the house that needed to get painted. So I was like, okay, that will save me money on that too as well, which was good. That's why I also took this out. So a few days, whenever it came to when I did the walkthrough, when I got there, the seller was kind of pissed. It was moody and they didn't want to really show me the house. But eventually we was able to get in and look at the house. Now the closing day come by, right? Now the seller wants to stay a few more days extra. No, after we finish everything, we went to close a little bit early. So the seller agreed to close on the 25th rather than on the 30th of April. so I can get the key on the 1st of May. We agreed to do that. Everything was good. The seller went and signed. I went in and signed. Now I was like, okay, now I gotta go get the key, right? Because I'm signing, right? They told me, they told the seller that the seller can stay there a few more days until May 1st to give me the key. Now, I was like, okay, then I'm not comfortable me really wiring the money to the seller, give them the money, and then they can stay there for a few days. What if they leave the house a mess, right? What if they broke the window? What if something happened before I leave? And when I went to do my final walkthrough, mind you, the seller hadn't completely moved out yet. There was still a few stuff in there. There was still some mattresses in there. There was still some clothes. There was still some furnitures in there too that the seller hadn't moved everything out. So I was like, yeah, but I need, in these 4 or 5 days, I want the seller to completely move out before I really wire the money. But they promised the seller, the whole seller, that's what they did. They promised the seller that he will get paid before I even move out, and after that he can move out. So the seller also had already planned to use their money that will get paid to fund his house that he's buying outside the state. But nobody told me that. I didn't know that. So when I said, okay, I'm not wiring the money, the seller got pissed. The seller's like, okay, you guys are scamming, and I'm gonna call the cops, and I'm gonna hire a lawyer and whatever. It was just too much. It was a lot of back and forth, right? And the whole seller called me. He was like, yeah, but this was going on. I was on the phone with him for 40 minutes, just kind of like say, hey, you guys didn't really communicate really well on this project, on this deal. Like, you guys should have told me what's going on. I wouldn't be allowed. I don't like closing and then have the seller stay in the house. I don't like that. We closed, moved out, we good to go. That's what I like. But it is what it is. So eventually I just ended up still sending the money. That day I was the 25th, I think, send the money, and then I wait, no, 27th, I think, and then wait 3 more days for the seller to move out. And then May 1st I went there, he wasn't there. But here's the issue now. The seller left so much garbage in the house, so much stuff he left in the house. It was a lot of things based on what you saw in the video, right? You already see how the house was left. Like, he left so much stuff that I wasn't supposed to be there, because we agreed that seller moved completely, move everything out, but I didn't. And at this point there's nothing you can do, because he already closed, he already got paid, he moved on, he already out of the house. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. You can really sue him. So nothing happened. Now I had to go. I had more work to do now. I found a guy to come and remove those stuff. The guy was like $950. Like, hell no. I went in myself. We spent the last few days, as you saw in the videos, cleaning out the house from the inside, and then I had a contractor working on the outside, painting the house. Another issue we faced was the paint that the seller left in the house was bad 10 years ago. I didn't check. That was my fault. It was bad like 10, 15 years ago. So it went bad basically. So now I had to go in my pocket and even buy even extra paint. But the good thing is I budgeted to spend $5,000 on that house, $5,000 on that house to fix up. So my budget was a little bit higher than what I guess when I ran the numbers. I was supposed to spend like $3,000, but I ran at $5K. So in case something happened unexpected, which it did, right? So I did that. We paid for the paint, and then the contractor charged me like, I think like $3,000 to do all the painting outside. So we did all of that. We cleaned everything out, and then the outside, it kind of looked messy too. I don't know if you saw the video. I had to cut some of the grass to outside and then put mulch all over the outside, which I think you've seen the video too. So put all the mulch and everything like that, and then we put the thing on the market. I initially put the house on the market for $230. I kind of got greedy, to be honest. I was like, okay, I can sell it for $230 and make 40 grand from it. That's not really, I just kind of I got too greedy, because my goal initially was just to make 20 grand, and I was like, hey, let me make 30, let me make 40. So I listed for that. A whole week went by. We had a few showings. The feedback mostly were like, oh, the house needed some work. The house needed some work. Obviously it did, because I listed as is. So the first week went by, the second week came by, we did a price reduction all the way to $220. So from $230 to $220. That same day that we dropped the price, yes, the same day we dropped the price, we got an offer. No, I think it was the day after. Yeah, the day after we got an offer. So it was Tuesday, we dropped the price, because Monday was Memorial Day. Tuesday we dropped the price, and then Wednesday we got an offer for full price for $220, and was able to agree on the price. So I was offering 2.5%. No, I was offering 2%. They came back at 2.5%, which was like $5 grand. So if you look at the numbers here now, I got the numbers here. All right, so here's the numbers you can see. So my total cost at the top, you will see, is $34,727. This is how much in total I spent. I spent $34,427. So you can see, this is kind of how it looks like. I usually have the labor costs, what it is. I'm gonna have the dates I paid, and I'm gonna have the methods that I used to pay. It will be the credit card, it will be Zelle, whatever that will be. So you can see that. And then the material end up costing me around $1,700 in total. The labor, I don't remember how much it was, but that's the total. That's how much all of it. And then I only paid 1 month of, because this one didn't come, 1 month of Kiavi interest, you can see right there. And then I had a HELOC. I paid my HELOC another month of the HELOC too, and then I had gas, electric. No, I paid 2 months of HELOC and then gas and electric, which was all in there. So after I did the math, the wire amount was wired to my account was 62,400 and something. So what I did is I took this 34,000 minus 64,000. I went up like around $27,000. That's how much my profit was on this deal in 2 months, because we bought it May 1st, we closed on June 23rd. In 2 months we made 27,000, which is a really good, right? I feel like that's just pretty good for me. Hey, I wouldn't complain about that. And I think I'll be getting a refund for my insurance, because my insurance I paid for the whole year and I only used 2 months of it. So obviously I'm gonna get a refund. That will be, I think, probably 1,100 on that. So I will say I probably made how much, because that insurance, you can see it says down payment plus closing costs 24,000 right here. So that insurance is already in that 24,000. But if I get the refund of 1,100, so probably I made about $28,000 from this deal. That's pretty good for me. That's a really good day. So that's what's kind of going on in this house. I made 27,000 after all the costs, which is pretty good. This is my second flip. You guys have saw the first one, I lost money. I lost like 7 grand, and then the second one I made $28,000. I'm happy with that. Now I'm looking for another one in kind of the same area. We are working on it. Hopefully we're gonna get it signed this week. I don't know if it's possible, but I don't know if it will happen, but just finger crossed we get that signed. I'm looking for 2 more deals to do, not really before the end of the year, but I want to do 2 deals at a time, and I don't want to go over 100 grand on the purchase price. So I'm looking for like between 90 to like 50,000 purchase price, and then renovation maybe between 20, you know, all the way to like 55k of renovations. So that's what it is. Thank you so much for being with me from the beginning of this journey all the way to now. We were able to close in this deal. I appreciate you guys stay tuned for this video. I appreciate for everything, for all the support. If you have any question, drop down below. I'll be more than happy to help. If you need help with, you know, buying houses down here in Ohio, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out as well. And if you are a wholesaler in Northeast Ohio, if you are a wholesaler, or please reach out to me. I want to connect to more wholesalers. I pay the assignment. I don't have issue with that. And I close with Kiazi. I can close in 3 weeks. So, and I'm also a broker, so I have control over that as well. Please reach out all the deals. And then if you are a homeowner, you are looking to sell your house, or you know someone who's looking to sell their house down here in Northeast Ohio, please reach out to me. I'm looking for more deals to buy. I'm gonna build more network. I'm gonna meet with my mentor this week. He said he's gonna connect me with the private money lenders, so I'm gonna have more money to buy more deals, right? So please reach out to me. Send me your deals, send me what you have, send me your houses. I'm gonna buy as is, close soon, close as soon as possible, and I'm not gonna ask for any repair or anything like that, right? So, and I'm gonna pay all the closing costs too, because I always do whenever I buy with the wholesaler. So I'm gonna do for you too if you have your house you're looking to sell. So that's what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos. Again, I'm buying another house pretty soon here. I'm hoping we get that signed this week. So stay tuned for that as well, and like the video for more tips I'm gonna bring on this channel. Thank you so much for watching the video. Peace.